to do that. I'm just another guy that likes tech. So.
Okay, so let's get into it. Before YouTube, before content creation,
Yeah.
who was Fisayo?
Graphic designer. But then again, like that's funny. When you ask who is someone, are they the thing that they do, or are they like a person? Like who are they exactly?
Okay,
Because
I like how you
yeah,
split that question into two.
whenever you ask
Yeah,
somebody, who is this person? Oh, I am a this, I am a that,
yeah,
which is nice.
right.
But who am I? Who was I before I started making content?
Yeah.
Because that's the question you're
Yeah,
asking.
yeah.
So I was this. I was very shy, and I I loved books a lot. But I had all these like dreams. 17-year-old me wanted to make content actually.
Yeah. Oh,
Tech
wow.
content, yeah. But I knew that I didn't have the means to do anything. Edited a video for my church. We did like a drama. That was my first edit. It was very horrible. But I just had all these dreams. And I love design. I could draw.
Right.
So I did a lot of user interface design. I did that for a while.
Yeah.
Got a job as a designer, freelanced a little bit. And then what became the channel was me doing something foolish. I put my life savings into buying camera gear, lights, tripod. And it didn't work out for like the first 6 months to a year.
Had you quit your full-time job at the time?
So it was like a weekend side thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend. First of all, nobody should quit their job to make videos on YouTube or online. It's not, because there's no guarantee. There's no. It's wishful thinking if you just dive into something like this, and it's not really the best.
Yeah.
So it's good to have it planned out. But I just took the risk. I felt like I've always wanted to do this thing. Let me just do it the best way I could possibly do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You recently made a boat video.
Yes.
That kind of like referenced your first ever video.
Yes, the first ever video. I was on the way to a conference called Green with Creativity. I think T.Y. Bello was at that event.
Okay.
I just wanted to do something. This was one weekend, like it was like Saturday, I remember. Finished from work. I was like, I just got an iPhone 6. 6S actually, rose gold. And I was like, you know what? Let me do something fun. Uber was in Nigeria at the time. And I was like, ride hailing is here anyway. Let me explore this people and what they're doing. And I just wrote out my phone. I asked his permission, obviously. I was like, can I just ask you a couple of questions? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I did. And I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
That was in like May.
Of
and
what
then
year?
of 2016. Because it's 9 years. It will be 9 years in May this year.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Wow.
From that video. 9.
Wow.
It feels so... I am old, man.
like 9 years.
So like...
Wow.
I didn't think of it, like, it just went. Then November that year was when all this life savings thing I was talking about. Foolish. It was like... So back then, and this is so weird, I was earning crypto. Like I was earning Bitcoin back then, yes. So I looked at my wallet then and I saw like 3 BTC. That's so stupid.
Bruh.
I feel so stupid.
Wow.
Do you know what 3 Bitcoin
Like is now?
I looked at my history, your transaction history.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, ha! No. If I had known.
No.
But yeah,
Wow.
like I used to freelance online then. Like I did a lot of web design projects.
Yeah.
It was very cool. But nobody knew that Bitcoin would do what it did. I actually tried mining Bitcoin at some points too.
Really?
Yeah. But that was like,
way back.
But yeah, like May to November was when I like committed to do this.
Yeah.
I took $5,000 at the time. It wasn't much. It was like $350.
Okay.
Committed everything. It was a disaster because customs seized everything I bought.
Wow.
And now I was in debt of $1,000 extra.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody would give a random
young guy that kind of amount of money.
$1,000.
Yes.
I don't know how that money came up. I think I took like a salary advance or something. I don't
Wow.
know.
Wow.
But somehow, like, but the thing is, I worked for a startup called Max. The folks there are super amazing people.
All right.
I learned so much on the job. It was the best. I think, I mean, it's the only place I worked.
Yeah.
But they were so amazing. Like, I learned a lot. I did a lot of video work.
Yeah.
I was like a social media manager there.
Yeah.
And you know how like you see some brands, they tweet stuff and you're like, who is this social media admin?
Yes.
This admin deserves a raise.
raise, yeah.
I was that admin that deserves a raise. I was like trying to like improve social media presence, and I learned so much, and everything was a combination of that just became this.
This is mind blowing. So the early days of like tech Fisayo that we know today, how did you decide that this is the niche you want to focus on?
Yeah, like I said, 17 years old me.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do tech videos. Didn't have the means, but
was there like a reference? Was there someone you were watching at the time?
Yes. So there were people in the US.
Yeah.
Like MKBHD.
Okay, right. Yeah.
He had a crew called Team Crispy. It was him, Austin Evans, Jonathan Morrison, and Marquez Browning. And I think there was one more person. There was Unbox Therapy as well. So all of them was really cool because, I mean, now we can take tech for granted because tech is everywhere. But back then, tech was really, 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 really improving. Like every year there was change after change after change. And it was, I couldn't afford phones then. But like I've used 100 phones, like over 150 phones now.
Wow.
But like back then it was like a dream,
So how was it like getting phones for review?
The first time I got a phone was Techno.
Okay.
So they saw, I said I already committed everything to making content. I made like an Apple Watch review. I dipped the Apple Watch in water for like 1 hour. I made a video. Wow. I reviewed the VR headset, reviewed the case, and then I had those videos on channel. Yeah. Then I was reaching out to brands. I reached out to Samsung, but they didn't answer me. And then I reached out to Techno, and they were like, oh, wow, you are in Nigeria? I was like, yeah, I am. Yeah. And they sent me a phone. Wow. And in my head, I was like, these people are not worried. I was like, I'll just steal this phone and not return it or something. Yeah. But, they gave me the phone. Yeah. I made a video. I think it got like 30,000 views. Oh, wow. And then I did another one, got like 15, and another one got like 70,000. So it was like, wow, this is actually good.
This is working.
And then they called me back. Yeah. Did another one. And then I made a video, and the video was trending in Nigeria because I went to the launch day, to the launch event, shot the video there, edited it there, posted it there. Wow. And it was trending. Yes. Not even in one day, like a few hours. And it was trending in Nigeria, and I was confused. I was like, yes, this is, like, they were so happy. Yeah. And then, but none of that, I didn't get any cover. But it was fun.
Yes, exactly.
And it was later when I realized that, I could get paid from this. Oh, nice. Yeah. And I think the first brand deal I had was from ARM. So they had like an app, and I did a video, and it did well actually. I think got like 80,000 views.
So this was what year?
2017, 18, I think.
Oh, nice. You had mentioned that your gear was seized.
Yes.
How did that story unfold? Were you able to?
Yeah, I was able to. Take an advance on my salary, which was
to
scary.
Buy them again.
To pay for customs.
Okay, to pay for customs.
It was $1,000. Like, imagine you spent $5,000 on something, and they seized it, and they're like, they held it hostage. They're like, oh, you can't get these items unless you pay $1,000 to clear them. My goodness. And I'm like, I've already lost everything. Like where do I?
There's no legit reason for why it was seized.
No. I was ignorant. I didn't know that if you are bringing stuff into the country, you pay customs. Okay. I didn't know that. Now I was like, I just pay for shipping, and they bring it
down to me here. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I cleared that. It was a lot, but somehow
understandable.
Yeah.
So at one point, did you think, okay, the channel is beginning to grow, or was there one particular video that sort of
Yeah.
like went viral?
I never had a viral video till now.
I highly doubt that.
So
Like,
I've had a
yes,
bunch of viral
yeah,
videos, a bunch of viral unboxing videos.
okay,
So I've unboxing videos. If you check the channel, like 20 million, 19
yeah,
million, 7 million, 5 million. Those videos,
yes, yes,
because there's no language. It's language. Is it language agnostic? I don't know how you
right,
call
yeah,
it.
I think that's correct.
No word is spoken there. I'm
Exactly.
just
Just
unboxing a
watch and get
product.
the idea.
Anybody in any country understands what an unboxing is.
Exactly, yeah.
The thing was in a box. You open it and you show us the thing. That will get viral.
Yeah.
On social media, 20 million, 30 million
Wow.
views. But this is for each video.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they all get
Yeah,
viral.
yeah.
So if I want to go viral, I just need to unbox
Right. A
something.
video.
But I've never had a viral video.
Yeah.
And like viral videos in terms of like the videos I'm actually saying
Saying
something.
stuff, yeah.
But for unboxing videos, those typically get like 20 million,
All right.
10 million on like YouTube Shorts, for instance. We like the last time I checked, like 20 million, 19 million, 7 million. So those get a lot of views because I'm unboxing something
Yeah.
and there's no language in it. It's everybody understands what that
It's
is,
universal,
regardless
so to
of
say, yeah.
the language they speak.
Yeah.
It's like this is a box that was sealed. I unseal it, open it, and I show you the
Big
product
reveal,
and
yeah.
we test it.
Yeah.
So we are experiencing this thing together. So that's kind of that experience. Everybody gets to, everybody understands what that is,
Right.
and that gets via every platform. But like actual productions that we've made, they don't like it's tech,
Yeah.
and tech is boring now.
Not for me though, but I understand there's a very
That's the
niche
thing. Yes,
group
do you
of people
understand? Like,
that
there's so there's this thing I did one time. I went to YouTube and looked at the top 100 channels that Nigerians watch, the most viewed channels, and the top 20 to 30% is comedy.
Oh wow.
So that's like, like top 20 to 30%. The
Wow.
next 20 to 30%
Yeah.
is music. Then you have movies.
Okay.
Then you have gospel music, lifestyle.
That's interesting.
They take up 90+%.
Before you get
So the rest of everybody shares the
the
remaining.
rest.
So like tech is nowhere to be found in the top 100. So maybe
Is that just a Nigeria thing? Or?
It's no. I don't. It's not just a Nigerian thing, but it is. Our own case is we don't have. I don't know how to say it, but like we really just love entertaining content.
Yeah.
So
I think that makes so
it
much
is what
sense.
it is.
It makes so much sense. So now, I mean, I've been following your videos for years, and you have amazing production.
Thank you.
So
Shout out to my editors.
what is the process like from scratch?
Yeah.
Coming up with an idea, scripting, and then basically everything in between the conception and execution. What's that process like for you?
We have different kinds of videos that we make. So we make the full YouTube videos, sometimes tech content, sometimes finance content.
Finance Friday.
Yeah, and
I like
we
that.
have short form content. Sometimes it's an unboxing video. Sometimes it's just a short video that we share something.
Yeah.
90-second video, 60-second
And
video.
the life changing or something.
Yeah, so we did the Changing Lives project.
Yeah.
So we did 5 of that. It was very, very time consuming. Each episode takes like a month.
Wow.
At least to make. Yeah, each one.
My goodness.
So we did 5. So that was like half of the whole year.
The whole year.
Gone.
Wow.
So I didn't make any money. Obviously, you can't make any money from that kind of
exactly.
thing. So I don't make money from Changing Lives project. Everything, we did invested into the people who worked on the project and the people who were changing their lives. So that was fun. But that was a lot. I want to do more.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how
Exactly.
I have to work now. I have to pay salaries. Yeah.
I'll come back to what even how you got the motivation for that. But for now.
Yeah, so
yes,
the process. So the process is for tech videos, we get the product.
Yeah.
We use the product, write all the observations and everything. But make sure that everything we're doing, we are showing. We're not just telling. So that's the mistake that a lot of people make. You just tell. You have to show. You have to show like this is the part. So our videos, we try to make our videos very, 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 very detailed.
Okay.
To the point where it feels like somebody like somebody made a comment. I was like, this is exactly what
I
I'm
was
talking
looking
about.
for. Yeah.
Inside that meme here,
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
So it's like,
Yeah.
the person was like, the comment was like, I feel like I was in a store,
Yeah.
and this person opened this phone, used it in my presence,
Wow.
and showed me how this
Nice.
phone works.
Yeah.
That was the comment.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, this is exactly
What I was
I'm
going
doing.
for.
So, did I touch the wire again? Okay. So, and I was like, this is exactly what I'm going for in terms of the video. So we always try to make our videos as detailed as possible in that light, and people get the complete gist of a product. So you get the good and the bad and everything within the video, within our video. For finance videos, obviously, I have a researcher on the team.
Okay.
I have an economics degree.
Okay.
So in my head, I was like, this degree cannot waste. I have to make a video.
And funny enough, I really love the finance
Oh
Friday
my God,
videos.
I love them too,
love
and
those
people
videos.
love them a lot. Like,
I mean,
the
Nigerians want to make money.
yeah, and so it's like not just the Nigerian
Yeah.
economy, but also personal finance. And we even got to interview the deputy governor of CBN at some point. So like, it felt right, and it felt like, educating people about the Nigerian economy and finance was just fascinating, and people really, really resonated with it. It's just I haven't been able to produce
As
more
much,
of that because I just really like tech. And we don't. Funny thing is, I don't make as much money from tech videos.
Really?
Yeah,
How
I make as much money from tech
how is
videos.
that even
Finance
possible?
videos make a lot more.
Wow.
But I don't mind giving that up for
Yes,
tech
for
because
tech.
I just really love tech videos.
That is a very interesting space that we've gotten, because I was going to ask, how do you balance videos that people want to see
Yeah.
and videos that you like, and then videos that will make you more money?
So I have to just like, it depends. Like, I can choose to do anything, anyone.
Yeah.
But I just like tech, and there's nothing I can do. I can't help myself. Like,
So I saying on camera now that we are not going to get any Finance Friday video anymore.
I haven't done a finance video in a while.
A long time, yeah.
So, but the thing is, we actually. So I'm doing something. I'm trying to make. We've made a new finance channel, and it's so funny. Like, I think we got like 1,000 subscribers, and there's no content on that channel. So we made a new finance channel, and we are actually investing a lot in the finance videos now.
Okay.
We have a new animator on the team, and he's so good.
Wow.
We did a video on the solar. I don't know if you saw that video.
I saw that.
That video was so good. Like,
Yeah,
we sat down, I was drawing the frames, he animated the frames, and that synergy was there. The video was very well explained. I think it has like 90,000 views now. People really love that video.
Yes, I
and
enjoyed it
I was
myself.
like, this is success, because that's what we want to do more of now. We want to invest more in the content.
Yeah.
And let it be very like animated and just like sweet to watch.
Yeah.
So we're doing that for the main channel and then the finance channel. So there's a separate channel. We would try as much as possible to invest in higher quality finance videos for a channel that people can actually go and just like watch over and over again. So yeah.
So you love tech, yes. Now, when you're reviewing phones per se, is there a bias towards?
Yes, everybody has bias.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought
bias.
it was only rumors, but so it's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you stand?
So
Android or iOS?
I really like I like iOS for seamless, like a seamless MacBook, iPhone. You can airdrop stuff.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
For Android, there's just a lot more in terms of like customization. Or some things just work better. Like I use a Fold.
Yeah.
In my bag there, I have a Fold 6.
Okay.
I prefer the Fold for when I'm like, I find myself speaking a lot or in meetings a lot. So there's a series of videos we did. Delta invited me to their headquarters. That's what I used. So half of you can split the screen into two.
Yeah.
Half of the screen is me writing what I'm hearing. The other half is me putting it into an action script that I'm going to say or tweet or something. So like, you can't do that on an iPhone.
Very true.
So
I wonder why they've not brought the ability to split screens yet.
you can on an iPad, but an iPad is huge.
Yeah.
It is not like a folding phone. A folding phone is a phone, and the Z Fold 6 is so good. I use that phone. I
Yes.
don't use a case on that
So
phone.
what's your daily driver?
So I use the Ep.6 and
Yeah.
the iPhone 16 now. I used to use the 14.
Okay.
And I made a tweet. I said, there's no reason why I have the iPhone 14, 15,
Yeah.
16 Pro Max
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
There's no, like, I've been using the 14. I've been using the 14 since when it came out.
Okay.
I bought the 15, I didn't switch. I bought the 16, I didn't
Because
switch.
there was just no reason.
Because
to
there's no,
switch.
it's just the same phone. But I just switched to the 16 because
Yeah.
I'm giving my brother
Okay.
the 14.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, it's still the same phone. The only thing is just one more button, the
Right.
camera control
Right.
button.
Right.
So my daily driver is now the 16 and the Z Fold 6. But like I like those when it comes to those phones.
Yeah.
I said I've used almost 150 phones. From everything I've seen, Nigerians, they like what they like. And the Nigerian audience is smart.
Okay.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like, they know what they want
Want.
and they are very discerning.
Okay.
So whenever I make my videos, like, I'm very careful of everything I say. I made a mistake one time and I said something and it was wrong. I didn't know, but some people went to buy the phone
Yeah.
because of that thing. People called me out and that was just bad. Like, it was horrible. We
Yeah.
had to take that video down.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So, well, this was like before I had
Yeah.
my team, like
Yeah.
the team now. It happened again. I had to like correct it and apologize.
Yeah.
But like, we try as much as possible to never make that mistake again. Everything we say, we actually have to test
Yeah.
and do and use and like make sure that it is
Exactly.
exactly
It's
on
correct.
point. So, yeah.
So I've been seeing on Twitter, you've probably seen the magic eraser tool
Yeah.
on the Samsung and then iPhones as
Yeah.
well. And people are saying it's like iPhones is trash.
So
I don't know
which
if
one
you've
did I
tested it
use
out.
the
Yeah.
last
And what
time?
are
Actually,
your
it was
thoughts?
Samsung I
Yeah.
used. When Samsung first came out with that feature, I made a reel.
Yeah.
So Samsung's own, you can erase, but you can actually also move the subject.
Oh,
So I took a
wow.
picture of two people apart
Yeah.
and I moved them together, and it looks, you would almost
wouldn't
never,
tell. Yeah.
you couldn't tell. I made a video about
Yeah.
it, a short form video,
Wow.
but I haven't tested the iPhone's own yet, because I feel like for Apple, me personally, I'm just like slow to upgrade,
Okay.
because it's the same phone. Like,
It's the same phone.
honestly, like
actually. Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
in a way because Apple is sort of consistent with the upgrades, and that's what Android phones are doing now. If you get a new Samsung phone, they are promising you like 3 years of updates.
Yeah.
Even Techno recently made one, and it's like 6 years, I believe.
Wow.
Techno Infinix, I can't remember.
Wow.
So like, that's good for us because competition is good.
Yeah.
The customers will benefit, but hopefully they keep to their promise. But the thing with iPhones is, anybody, you can have an iPhone 12, 11, I believe, and you are all on the same level playing field. So that's sort of a good thing.
Yeah.
In a way. But just that the ecosystem is so tight. They call it the walled garden.
Bro.
You are in a nice garden, but you are locked in.
You're locked in.
You don't have the extra things you can get with an Android phone.
Yeah.
See what happened, like TikTok is banned. On an iPhone, you cannot download TikTok. But if you have an Android phone, you can just sideload the app.
True.
and it will
Very,
work.
very true.
So, if you have
You're
an iPhone,
really
you're kind
locked
of
in.
stuck.
Yeah,
So,
you're really locked in. So monetization is a big part of content creation.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about YouTube's monetization specifically. Can you recall what the experience was like getting your first check from
I'll
YouTube?
do you one better. I'll tell you the first time I made money online ever.
Yeah.
I was in a BRT bus and I screamed. I got $500.
Wow.
I screamed
Wow.
in the BRT bus.
Yeah.
People were like, "Who is this?
What's going on?
Who is this person?"
Yeah.
They did not know.
They cannot.
They
have
can't.
understood.
Yeah. Nah.
What that feeling is
Yeah.
like.
It was amazing. Because it's like you can actually not, like, you can be online, not go anywhere, and actually make $500.
Money.
This was like 2016,
Wow.
2015, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And okay, I hadn't even started using crypto then. Funny thing is, I made a video about Bitcoin then, like people trying to understand Bitcoin, because the client I worked with, I still work with him today.
Okay.
I met him in the US actually. This is so cool. Like me from freelancing with him,
Yeah.
then meeting him in person, and he's like investing in my initiative now. It's just like, that's just life.
Amazing.
But I made a video about Bitcoin then.
Yeah.
and I didn't really understand the landscape. But he did, and he was just encouraging me to try this thing. I didn't listen to him.
Yeah.
Wish I did. Seeing my history and seeing three
Yes.
BTC is so annoying.
So disheartening.
Like, anyway.
I cannot even imagine.
But for YouTube, the first time I actually made money on YouTube, it wasn't that much. It was, I mean, the first paycheck almost any YouTuber will make is $100.
Okay.
But that's, like I said, I never had a viral video.
Yeah.
It was just a very slow and steady growth. But what changed 4 years into me making videos on YouTube? So 4 years in, I was making just tech videos. The fifth year, I think, was when I started making finance videos. That year, somehow it was like maybe, I don't know what happened though, but like we actually made more than we made in 4 years combined. First of all, in 1 year, and this was finance, obviously.
Wow.
And it just changed the channel. Like 4 years, we had 100,000 subscribers. The fifth year, we had 100,000 more subscribers. So that's 200,000. The next 6 months, we had 100,000 more subscribers. The next 6 months, we had like 120,000 more subscribers. So the channel has like 730,000 now.
Now, yeah.
And it just like went like this and then that.
Hockey.
And that was because of like the finance stuff. People love.
Is it that people love finance videos or YouTube algorithm?
No, people just love
favors
finance videos. So YouTube, the way the YouTube algorithm favors content is through watch time.
Okay.
So you have a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
If people watch maybe longer than 5 minutes or watch it till the end, they push that video more because one, people are spending more time on the platform because of your video.
Yeah.
They are watching longer because of your video, and the longer your video, the more ads people watch, the more money it makes for YouTube, the more money it makes for the creator. Well. Everybody wins. They will push that content because, that makes sense. But if people are not watching the video, if people watch a 10-minute video, people watch like 1 minute, YouTube gets the signal that this is not a good video. It doesn't matter how much effort you put in. This is not a good video. They will not recommend that video. Wow. So it's kind of like ruthless in a way, but the onus is now onto the creator to make something people actually would want to watch, would enjoy for a long while. And that's why if you check YouTube now, Nollywood films are
they are
getting huge views because what do we like?
Entertainment.
Thank you very much. You're very good. So so that's the thing. So with and music and comedy. So people would watch those longer, but like if you have a video explaining like some phenomenon,
I'm like,
bros,
what's this one?
It's gonna be this now.
What's this one? Give us the video we are looking for.
Exactly. So, but the thing is, if you can sort of win with that formula, and to win, it has to just be engaging.
Yeah. Have there been videos that you poured so much time and effort?
And many of them. Yeah. And I can't beat myself up. I still love making videos.
Right.
And I don't measure my success based on views.
Okay.
I look at the comments, the people that actually care about the thing I'm making. Because I care about the thing I'm making. Yeah. And I look at those, and that is what I'm after. Like, I want people to benefit from the videos I'm making, come in contact with the content, live better than it came, and just enjoy the videos. The process, and like what we did. And I see that often, and that's all that matters to me. So
CS was fun.
Oh my God.
CS
overwhelming.
Was fun. Please, can you share what that experience was like?
This is my first CES. It was overwhelming. So CES, for people who don't know, is Consumer Electronics Show.
Sure, yeah.
The biggest tech exhibition in the world. Happens once a year in Las Vegas in the US. There are many other conferences like this, but CES is like the biggest one. Because the whole of Las Vegas shuts down for a week.
Wow.
Not shuts down, but like you get the idea. There are 7 large convention centers, not halls now, convention centers, 7 large ones. Yes. And there's tech in every single one of them. And it's like tech companies from all over the world.
Yes. YouTubers.
See, I explored one hall.
Yeah.
Only.
Only.
I
So the
couldn't-
videos we saw was
yes,
just one.
Yes.
My
All right. So, I explored only one hall for CES, and it's not like I explored only one hall. I actually had the opportunity to only record in one hall. The other ones I couldn't record anything because I just didn't have time. Like,
that's a soak it all
yeah.
in.
So there's me looking at the thing and then recording the thing, and
Yes.
for CES you have to book appointments for each
Show,
like
kind
each company
exhibitor.
that you want to.
Yeah.
So, man, it was one of this big YouTubers, Linus Tech Tips. He actually went with 14 people, and they still didn't cover everything.
Wow.
Do you get? So like,
Wow.
it's just me.
It's just wow.
But yeah, it was really really.
So
fun.
this fair, what was that like?
Oh, it's I think it's
We are living
500,000.
vicariously through
It was
you.
500,000 square feet, I think, or 100,000
Yeah.
square feet of LEDs on the outside alone. From the outside is already like an insane concept.
Yes.
I think you should watch. There's like a video on YouTube about like the way they built it. They put the mathematical formulas.
Oh, wow.
When I was in the hall, you
Yeah.
could see the formulas
Yeah.
they used to calculate
My
to make
goodness.
that building. On the inside is another world entirely. I still say that that's the best keynote ever. And I think that was like the second time they're using it for something like that. It was just, and I think it's expensive too, but like it was worth it. Like all the things they did, it felt so immersive. And yeah, I mean, you've seen the videos. It's exactly how I described it, honestly.
That's amazing. So this, I don't know. I want to find a kind of like balance here. Now, do you think there's a level where creators get to, and maybe things are not as inspiring as they once were when they started?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think there's something like that? And if there is, or okay, let me rephrase the question this way: what do you do when your motivation is low? How are you inspired to keep making content on those low days?
This is a very good question. If you remember when I said 4 years in, I had 4 years into the content creation journey for me, I had 100,000 subscribers. I didn't say that I had 100,000 subscribers and I had nothing to show for it. I was going to quit making videos.
No way.
Yes. So it's been 8 years now. But 4 years in, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
With 100,000 subscribers.
And that's the thing, like, that's what people see. It's like, oh, 100,000 subscribers. But did this person manage their money well? Did they invest in the right things?
Yeah.
I hadn't been making finance content then, but that year was like, it changed a lot for me. I was reading a lot more. I think COVID happened.
Yeah.
Everything was just so difficult and unclear. I remember vividly saying I was going to quit. But what happened was that last year I did a crazy thing. I said I'm going to save 70% of everything I'm making.
Okay.
It's wild.
It is actually.
Maybe I recommend people say 50%, but 70% was just wild.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have to do something drastic. If not, I don't know where I'm going. So that year, saved 70% of everything I made. And for the first time, I really, really felt free. I went to Dubai, and that's where I made my first Finance Friday video. Wow. And I made that single video made $1,500. I had never made $1,500 for anything on YouTube before in the 4 years.
4 years.
But the first video I made, one single video made $1,500. I have a video that made like $18,000. One single video. And that was all in the space of a year.
Still a finance video.
Yes, and everything just kept piling up. And I was like, maybe I can afford to not quit now. So it was maybe if I'd quit, I don't think that would have been the case.
True.
Do you get? So maybe when you're getting to that point, maybe you should just try a little bit hard, like a little bit more.
Something.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
At least if it's something you're sure of. I think there are some times when you might just have to like abandon the project. But if you really believe in it, I think the thing is if you keep the end in mind, when you're starting any new project, the first thing is obviously enter a new project don't bring any assumptions into the thing. Come, be willing to learn about the space. Just come as you are. Be willing to learn, but keep the end in mind. And the end doesn't have to be a place or something. It can just be, how do I see myself living as the person that has achieved these things I want to achieve because of the thing I want to do, aka maybe it's content creation or whatever endeavor it is. And it goes for actually going to school or studying or getting, getting an actual job, like being a doctor. or think of the end, like, where do I see myself? And this trouble, this thing I'm facing today, is it just temporary? Can I scale past this and move on to pursue that goal or that end that I have in mind? I think that's the mindset that people should have. And I think that's what kept me. I thought about it, like, quitting all these things is unfair to first of all, the 100,000 people that subscribed and the people that are following and the brands that sort of believed in me. It's unfair to them. But at the same time, I had nothing.
Right.
But I just said, let me try this one more time. And I think it really, really changed things. It did.
This is wild.
Yeah. So it's something I'm doing now. I am last year. In January last year, New Year things. I was like, I put out a link and I said, anybody who wants to start content creation, just reach out to me.
Okay.
So there were 700 people that filled that form. I called 50 people one-on-one, and this is for free.
Wow.
So this was like 30 minutes, 1 hour calls, 2 hour calls. And just asking them, like, what do you want to learn about content creation? Like, what is the thing that you want to do? And people were just like sharing their thoughts with me. And I was like giving them advice, telling them how to go about it. And somehow, like, I think 2 people really, really focused on it and like are doing well.
Oh, nice.
And it's just very interesting to see. And I just became so motivated. I was like, maybe I'll actually just make some videos and just like share some of the things I learned here. Because like 50 calls, I can't do that it took me the whole year last year at least, but it was something that I was just happy that I did, doing that for free and like letting people get the benefits. Maybe I'll do more, I don't know, but like that's something that was really fascinating to me. And I think I'm just in this area, I feel like I just want to give
back
as much as I can.
And we are here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to that.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the common misconceptions that you've seen about people looking from outside into content creation and YouTube specifically?
I can't really speak for people, but again, like I said, I had calls with 50 people and people shared their fears and everything, like with content creation. And some of the things I saw, first of all, people think this is going to make them a lot of money, which is true to an extent. But it's only true if you are sort of an authority.
Okay.
Or you have an audience. And if you look at it, if you think about it, content creation, or like this space, it is an attention. You've heard of the attention economy. It's an attention business. What you are selling, quote unquote, is access to the people who are following you, aka people who trust you or trust your voice or trust your work or trust what you're doing. And brands are like, okay, we'll pay you X amount of money to show us to these people that trust your voice. And now the number of followers the more followers you have, the more trust you've sort of earned in a way.
Exactly,
And now you're able to tell this brand that, I have 1.5 million people that trust what I'm saying across these platforms, and I can put your brand in front of them. Brands will gladly pay you for that because it's a different it's different from a billboard ad. This is so. First of all, for me, I would never ever use a brand that I wouldn't use myself.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. And I'm happy that like people who follow me, they kind of know that. So whenever they watch something, they know that I have used this thing, and I care so much about this thing that my team of like 5 people are going to make something about it. We're going to make a very detailed video about it. People will watch it. they'll get the benefit of us testing that thing
Yeah.
and using the thing through us.
Yeah.
So brands are seeing that, and that's the way to sort of make money from content creation now. When people are starting, they think that they can get that very quickly, and it's possible,
Okay.
but it is difficult.
Right.
So
Can imagine,
content creation can make people money. I think this is one of common misconceptions that it can, but not as soon or
as easily
as
as you would
easily.
think.
So people shouldn't focus on money alone in the beginning.
yeah.
Like come with value.
Yeah.
And what is value is like I define it as like the feeling, the thing that people get from the thing you're doing. So people who make entertaining content are delivering entertainment value.
Yeah.
So comedy, the value you give me as a creator is you make me laugh. And I will come back to your content to laugh. I laugh again.
Yeah.
So, you have your Talma, Mr. Macaroni, and those people. The value I get from their content is I laugh, I enjoy, and I'm entertained by what they're doing. Then you have like the inspirational content, the educational content, all of those. So all of those things, those are like the value. So people should think of that. What is the thing that I can do, talk about for so long that I don't get tired of talking about it, and I really enjoy? That's what people should think about instead of just
it's wonderful because you just answered another question I was going to ask.
Okay.
I was going to ask how can people find their niche, but I feel like you've addressed that already.
Yeah.
So one other interesting question: how do you handle criticism and negative comments on videos that you were excited about pushing out?
So I think I found that some opposing views that I get will either come from maybe if I made a mistake,
Okay.
or if the person just did not like my face. I'm just kidding. Maybe just they doesn't like what they saw. So if it is a mistake, and I go back and check and like try to verify, sometimes like we make some mistakes in videos. Some mistakes are just negligible, but some are just damning.
Right.
And if it is the damning type of mistake, I will go ahead and like make a pinned tweet or pinned post, or make a tweet, or just like try to reply the person and like address. But if it is a weirdly negative comment, I just ignore it. There's no point.
Okay.
So
Interesting. So we are like winding down, but one question I wanted to ask is there's how do I phrase this? Some people want to create content, but they don't know which medium to focus on. Like we are doing podcasting, for example. Do you think you can share some advice on how to find where you think you fit in? Because I don't think everyone fits in front of the camera, and not everyone is comfortable being in front of the camera.
So I'm actually making a series of videos that would address some of these things that I learned so far. But I would just say like right now, there's a lot of attention for short form content. So short form content is the 60 to 90-second reels that you see. Yeah, they're getting longer now, maybe 2 minutes. I think the platforms are saying 3 minutes. But really, short content, bite-sized content. I said I never had a viral video. And I said that, my viral videos came from unboxing videos. They were very short unboxing videos. They were like 60-second unboxings.
Wow.
They have 20 million, 7 million, 19 million views. And they just, like, I was just scrolling one time. I saw 700,000 likes on a video that I made. I don't remember getting 700,000. I don't even, because I have notifications off for all the apps.
Okay.
So I just, how? I'm like, who? 700,000. This is weird. And that's likes. Then the views are like 20 million. And I'm like, I can't even. But that's because it's short. So short form content, you have the opportunity to get massive reach. But there's a risk of not getting that connection with short form. I find that because I make long form content, I'm able to connect more because I'm able to share more context. I'm able to explain myself more. And that's what a podcast is. Where like having this discussion, you can get a deeper insight
Yeah.
into the thing I'm saying,
Yeah.
what we're discussing, content creation and, YouTube in this region, Nigeria specifically. So people can get more context and they can understand where I'm coming from well. They cannot get all of this in 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
But this would have a difficult time getting more reach than something very short.
Okay.
Imagine like you cut out the clip in this video where I said I made $18,000 in a video, and you just like share it. That would probably get some attention, I assume.
Legit giving us clip.
Do you get that? Would probably get some attention.
Yeah.
People might say, "Oh wow," that kind of thing, and people were so you just see like a quote in the Twitter that converted it to naira or something. Oh my god, that would be so ridiculous.
Exactly.
But like that's something.
Yeah.
But there's the long context that we've just, this long discussion that we've had. Some people will find it valuable, but maybe not the vast majority. But right now, short form content and those short clips, they do get attention.
Amazing. So we have 2 more questions. One is, how has life changed as a world-renowned YouTuber? How's your life changed in terms of what's it like moving freely about? I mean, you're basically a celebrity, like, let's face it. So how has that changed your day-to-day living and interactions with people?
I think there's a lot of positives.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of negatives. But like, let me not be the downer. I think something happened to me in January last year.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to interview the the Secretary of State of the United States.
Yeah.
Is the third highest ranking person in the executive arm of government in the US government.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that I would have ever had an opportunity like that.
Yeah.
Ever. But somehow, just that single interview, and it was tech.
Yes.
We talked about technology and like obviously the US's role when it comes to technology in the global landscape and Nigeria specifically. There were only a few of us that had the opportunity to meet the president, a news channel, and then this dude here. Do you like?
You'll do like you're probably wondering how I got here.
Do you understand? Like how?
Clip.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
I'm just like, how is how? Do you understand?
Yeah.
But that video was, or that interaction was very telling because it showed that like people understood the value of what I was trying to do with content, with technology, sharing knowledge, and just talking to people about these things. I think I was just so grateful that people understood what I was doing, and then more people started, just realizing what we're doing, reaching out. We had a lot of people reach out to us just because of that.
Wow.
And obviously, I turned down a lot of them, but the ones that I worked with were so. I didn't have to collect any money from anybody to do anything.
Yes.
But it's just the valuable connections that I made.
Access.
We then interviewed the vice president of technology at Google, and I remember in the email it was like, "Oh, this is Fisayo. He interviewed the Secretary of State."
Yeah.
And when people saw, they were like, "Oh, you are interviewing the VP of Tech at Google. Nobody sees this guy." Do you understand?
Wow, yeah.
Like, how are you meeting him?
Yes, how?
I'm like, I don't know.
Wow.
But like, we had the conversation, and he's such an amazing person. His name is James Mayinka. We were just laughing and we were gisting, and it was so fun. And he commented on like my LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
It's like, this is very interesting during conversation. Amazing. And I don't know. It feels different.
Yeah.
But I'm just, in everything, I'm just like super, super grateful for everything. Yeah. Really.
Amazing. Now, final question. What is like the next 5 years like for Fisayo?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to invest in the Nigerian creative space.
Yeah.
I am actually putting my own money in the space, and I'm investing in like initiatives for it.
Yeah.
And hopefully in the future we do like $5 million worth of value. Okay. But I am going to be at the forefront of
Amazing.
investing in Nigerian creative
Amazing.
economy.
Fantastic. It's been wonderful having you on
Thank
the
you.
show, Fisayo.
Thank you so
for
much.
doing this with us.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Gracias.
That's been it on this week's episode. I'm blown away, really. It's surreal for me, but tune in next week and we'll have another amazing episode for you. I'm your host, Kemeshi Samuel. You've been listening to Fisayo Fosudo, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.